Welcome, brothers. My name is Dr. Kirk Prine, and behind that camera is Johnny Lobry, and we are going to facilitate a piece of work, a juicy piece of work, for us who identify as men who love men, gay, queer, bi, but men who have relationships with other men out of which we have intimacy and deep intimacy, or desire deep intimacy. So we're going to do a workshop called Matters of the Heart, More Intimacy, and it's all about, we play with archetypes in our community a lot, and one of them is called the lover, and the lover is really about those connections that we make first and foremost to ourselves, so that we can be present to others, and all the gunk that kind of gets in the way, that becomes a shield. Behind me is this medicine shield, which is to draw in all the good juicy stuff into our lives. But a lot of times we have shields that keep us from actually receiving our heart's desires, that those connections of love and intimacy and desires that fulfill us, that bring us into a purpose and just give life more juicy meaning together. So we want to help drop the shields. And one of those shields, of course, oftentimes is grief. I love the mystic Rumi's poem. In fact, Deepak Chopra has some of his poems, and it says that the agony of lovers burns with fire of passion. Lovers leave traces where they've been. The wailing of broken hearts is the doorway to God. The wailing of broken hearts. So we've all had broken hearts, and we all have those traces, and I believe we have those traces of all the lovers we've had, and lovers in big quotes, meaning all of those intimate relationships we have either in our bodies is things that boost us up or shield us from actually having our heart's desires. So in this juicy workshop, we're going to take a couple days for men who love men to touch and explore and to drop those bits of grief that no longer serve us, those bits of stories that no longer serve us, so that we can actually be in deeper, more meaningful connections, no matter how you describe it. So I want to footnote, we're going to do a whole bunch of videos to kind of prime the pump for this, but whether you're a gay man who's single or describes himself as seeking partnership that's monogamous or polyamorous or thrupled, or because we as queer gay men who love men, are going to have lots of different ways in which we want to find partnerships that fulfill us. But the key is, if we have our shield up, all of those expectations and desires just get blocked. So we want to drop the shield and play with, what's it feel like to actually be present to a deeper, fuller, juicier intimacy than you've ever known in your life, so that you can show up for all of your world in a better way. Namaste.